All right, these are top stocks to buy. Today we're going to be taking a look at Snap, AAPL, Netflix, BYND, LMT, and let's get into it.
ChartGuys.com. Become a confident, effective, and informed trader. Join our community working together to learn the charts, generate profit, and achieve financial independence. Let's check out some charts.
All right, we're going to start off with Snap. Snap had earnings, and Snap is reacting positively to earnings. In fact, there's no point in even looking at the daily time frame because we are now above all of our resistance levels, and we're absolutely crushing last weekly resistance at 29.44. And there it is. We have smoked it out of the water. So we are in complete breakout mode in our after hours session, which means we need to switch up how we are trading Snap, at least for the short term. What we need to be doing is watching the 15-minute levels, and we need to be looking for consolidation and signs of weakness or signs of strength, and basically asking ourselves, is this trending? What is the current trend? And when are we going to be able to recognize trend change if and when it comes? And it will come. So what we're going to do right now is go and look at the key levels that we have available to us. We have our after hours resistance at 35.57. We have 34.72 as a very, very short term. I hesitate to call it support. And on the 15-minute time frame, we get a couple other levels to watch as well. 32.84. And then we've got our big friend over here at 33.91. So overall, on the 5-minute time frame, 50-minute time frame, we don't have a lot of direction or certainty yet. All we know is that it was a positive earnings reaction. After hours and into tomorrow morning, it's likely that this news and sentiment will be disseminated into the universe, and likely we'll see some sort of follow through, even if it's a short term pop to the upside before we start seeing some profit taking. The good news is that on the daily time frame, well, like I said, we're completely over top of all resistances, and the good news is, well, there is nothing in our way. So bulls can continue very, very effectively if they decide to. Volume is tapered off as we would expect it to in after hours. So tomorrow's session, watch for some dips. We have potential areas for support. Keep a close eye on volume as we approach those areas of support. And that's really all we can do. Pre-market is going to change a lot of the story for us. So watch these levels, update them pre-market, and get ready when that bell rings. And if you're already in Snap, congratulations. AAPL, daily time frame, not an inside bar, is it? Well, let's take a look, and we're going to check our 4-hour charts for validation. Our low is 115.66 and 115.63. So not quite an inside bar, but very, very similar. We can call this a double bottom, and we also have a 4-hour trend to be watching. So 4-hour lower highs and lower lows against this area of support. So we have seen in the last 4-hour candle here, this is a upper wick into that area of resistance from our EMAs. So there's still some bearish pressure here to the downside. So what I'm going to expect is a lower high and then a test of 115.66. We would ideally see that tomorrow. There's that hourly trend change with our high in the regular market session today, 118.98. So we've got so far an hourly counter trend to the 4-hour downtrend. Now, if we draw this like so, we can almost, we can't really quite make a case for a bear flag. But a bear flag, as you probably know, gives us this shape where we have downside momentum and then we have counter trend development. So we have a 4-hour downtrend with an hourly uptrend trying to carve out a little name for itself right now. So what we're going to watch is for a higher low over 115. Then we're going to look for a possible hourly trend confirmation with a break over 118.98. If bulls can do that, then they will be in a good position to change the 4-hour trend as well, but the resistance will be sitting at 122.11. If we break below 115.66, there is quite a bit of support down here on the 4-hour time frame in the area of 112.22, 112.25. So that would be a possible area to fish for an oversold bounce if we get there really aggressively. Netflix, not a positive earnings reaction, but ultimately not too terrible either. Let's go take a look. So our lowest point was actually just right at the end of the day there, tied into that 5-minute time frame. So all things considered, not a crazy gap. It looks substantial here, but in the grand scheme of what Netflix has done in 2019, from the 282s to the 557s, not completely, not going to ruin your weekend, basically. Unless, of course, you took a long position right at the end of the day, or you have options to the upside. We do have daily support, actually weekly support at 458.60. So that is an important support level for us. And on the daily time frame, we have a little bit above that at 467.82. 4 hour time frame, we sort of are below our 4 hour support. So it's really about the 467.82, 458.60. Hourly time frame, actually, let's go to the 15. Was it on the 5 minute? We saw the little bit development of, I thought I saw a development of an EQ. We do see 5 minute higher lows, and this is almost the opposite scenario of our snap breakout. We have a breakdown. We've defined some levels, so we do have our important 5 minute levels, 49.24, 492.56, and then we can see an area of support resistance up here in the area of 525.42. So right now, bears are in control. We'll have to see what sort of bull volume we get on this. If we get a strong market day and the bulls decide to shake off this little bit of a move, we could see some good upside, because in the short term, we have really dropped without establishing a lot of resistance. So if the bulls really got excited, they could push right back up to the 524.60. Keep a close eye on that happening. If we lose 486.50, then we're likely to be heading down to that 4 hour and daily support levels. BYND, was this a dip to buy? Is the question that was proposed to me. Let's take a look and determine if we can answer that with any sort of confidence. On the weekly time frame, let's see what our old TTM friends have to say. On the weekly time frame, we are looking to set a weekly high or low. We have got a lot of strong consolidation here, and we've seen 2 weeks of red, this being midweek, so we haven't closed quite yet. And on the daily time frame, this overall looks like it could be healthy consolidation, even with this big bear drop. The volume is not really crazy, so it's not a substantial increase in bear volume. And what I would try to do at this point would be to see if I can find a channel on the 4 hour hourly time frame that would give me a little bit more confidence to figure out what the heck the bulls are doing here, and what they've done after hours is going to really influence that. But we do have our EMA 26 support, 171.17, and below that we're going to go to our 4 hour time frame for a little bit of help. So on the 4 hour, we have support at 164, and we got a little bit more support from an hourly low, it looks like, at 175 psychological. So 175 seems to be the key level for us in the very short term. And if we go to the 15-minute time frame, we'll be looking for signs of trend change in this area. We can also go back to, where were we, on the 4 hour time frame. And what I would like to do at this point is try to draw a little bit of a channel. Sometimes these channels can give us a little bit of insight into what the market is doing. So here's our high. I'm drawing it against this green candlestick over here, the C hidden behind the yellow. And then I'm going to stretch this down. And you know what? We are still within the realm of our trading action that has confined the 4 hour trend for a little while. So we're inside our trend. This is counter to the overall daily uptrend and the weekly uptrend. And we see support at 175. So is this the dip to buy? Maybe. I'm not going to say for sure, but it's something that I would be interested in scouting. We see support above 175 in the last little bit of the day. And what I would look for would be, I would be okay with a break even of this level, but I want to maintain this trend line. I want to see a weak bear break. I want to see a touch of that support, the trend line support, and then I want to see bulls pour it on. Until we break out of this channel, however, we are going to be in a 4 hour downtrend, and bulls have a lot of work to do to get over the last lower high. That resistance looks to be almost a double top at 188.59. So something to watch on BYND. Let's see, we have a potential, almost an hourly bear flag, but it's not a very big one. So that would, if that executed, that would give us our phase 3 clipping just below that 175 psychological. So another good setup to watch early tomorrow. Good fishing opportunity, certainly oversold on the hourly time frame and getting close to it on the 4. So good dip buying opportunity on the horizon. Validate that price action, validate that bull volume, and validate a nice trend change against that support through that price action. LMT, daily time frame. Another earnings report. And in this case, let's just start off. Let's assume that we haven't broken below 371.44. And we also have a little bit of support right behind it there. And a daily dip to 32.43, 362.43. 4 hour time frame. Okay, so this is good. This is good in the sense that we have stopped in the area of our support. Let's go check out the 50-minute time frame. Have we changed the trend? Not yet. So it's very possible we'll just continue this trend and blow right through this. But at this point, we have support that is thus far holding 371.44, 370.58. And if we go to the 4-hour time frame, this seems like a nice place for us to start thinking about a bit of consolidation. The hourly has slowed down thanks to our after hours lack of bear volume, but I would be cautious about a bear flag at this point. And I would be looking for a bear flag to execute below 371 and 370.58. It would take a lot of substantial support in order to prop up a bear attack of that magnitude. We can see how much volume is here, how committed the bears are to this move. Daily time frame, that's a big bear candlestick. Very, very different than the daily candlestick on BYND. That was substantial in size, but not remarkable in volume. So what I would look for would be the development of an hourly bear flag. I would look for sound defense against these areas of support, but right now I would suspect and expect to see downside continuation after a little bit of consolidation on the hourly time frame for LMT. That's it for today. If you're interested in learning more about technical analysis, check out chartguys.com. This is what we love to do. I love charts. I love talking about charts. I hope you enjoy charts as well. Like, subscribe. It helps YouTube algorithms. And good luck to your trading. If you guys ever have any questions, feel free to ask in comments. I love talking to you guys.